As we enter the second decade of the 21st century, CBS News takes a look at where America stands. To provide some perspective for this series, we look first at where America stood 50 years ago. From 1960, here's Charles Carlin.
How do you remember 1960? Years from now, when you tell your children about this year we've been living through, what scenes will spring to your mind?
4 college freshmen, all Negroes, were refused service at a Greensboro, North Carolina lunch counter, and the civil rights sit-in was born.
And there he is, President-elect Barack Obama.
November 4th, 2008, Democrat Barack Obama is elected the first African-American president of the United States of America. In March 1960, the United States announces that 3,500 American soldiers will be sent to Vietnam. The war cost more than 58,000 American lives. December 1st, 2009, President Obama orders 30,000 more U.S. troops in the 8-year war in Afghanistan. In 1960, the U.S. population was just 180 million people. Today, it's more than 300 million. The cost of a first-class stamp in 1960? 4 cents. Today, 44 cents. A loaf of bread in 1960 cost 20 cents. Today, it's about $2.80. The price of an ounce of gold was $37 in 1960. Today, it's more than $1,000. April 1st, 1960, the United States launched the first weather satellite. Today, you can pull up a satellite image of almost any address in the world. April 4th, 1960, Ben-Hur wins a record 11 Oscars. It was the most expensive film of its time, budgeted at $15 million. In 2009, the 3D film Avatar, directed by James Cameron, is estimated to cost at least $250 million.
This is the airplane whose cryptic name became the name of crisis and collapse at the very summit of world affairs.
The Cold War got a little chillier. In May, a Soviet missile shot down an American Lockheed U-2 spy plane. Soviet leader Khrushchev put the wreckage on display and demanded an apology. Today, the Cold War is over, and the Soviet Union no longer exists.
The candidates need no introduction.
September 26, 1960, Vice President Richard Nixon and Senator John F. Kennedy participated in the first televised presidential debate, watched by an estimated 80 million people on their black and white TVs. In 2008, Senators McCain and Obama debated in the new world of multimedia, and Obama announced his vice presidential running mate,
Joe Biden,
in a text message sent to millions via the internet and cell phones.
You can remember this event by the numbers.
In November 1960, a then record 67 million voters went to the polls to elect the next president. In a close contest, 43-year-old JFK became the youngest elected president. In 2009, Senator Ted Kennedy, the last of the living Kennedy brothers, passed away. Starting this week, CBS News takes a hard look at where America stands as we enter a new decade. Look for programming on all our broadcasts and right here on our site. In the meantime, if we've piqued your interest in the past, you can check out the special Eyewitness 1960 hosted by Charles Carlin right here on CBSNews.com. In New York, I'm Cali Carlin. Warm wishes for the new decade. We hope you'll spend a lot of it here with CBS News.